remember, this is an annual celebration that thousands of employees or even Kenyans come here to celebrate the annual celebration to discuss and celebrate accomplishments by employees. And this year's event, as you can see from the cutaways on your screen at the moment, a significant amount of people have already turned up for this year's event. But unlike last year, as we see that the crowd is a bit smaller, but we expect that the crowd might be getting bigger even as the day progresses. So far, we have seen the Kenya National Union of Teachers Secretary General, that is Mr. Wilson Soshon, has already arrived, and we are expecting other guests, including the Central Organization for Trade Unions, Francis Atwoli, to arrive anytime from now, and also the Labour Cabinet Secretary, that is Mr. Uhuru Yatani, who will be able to officiate today's ceremony. Julians, you will remember that this year's celebration comes on the back of protracted disputes between the Central Organization of Trade Unions, that is KOTU, and the Federation of Kenya Employees, that is FKE, over the implementation of the 1.5% housing levy that was proposed during the Finance Act in last year. And so far, the court has already suspended the implementation of the housing levy until May 20th, and that's the position that also the Federation of Kenyan Employees are holding at the moment. But the Central Organization of Trade Unions, that is KOTU, have taken a U-turn on their position on the housing levy, and so far are supporting it and want it implemented under only one condition, which is that the Federation of Kenyan Employees implement a 15% wage increase, general wage increase in the country. But from their side, FKE say that this is impossible considering the current economic situation. So we hope that is one of the issues that's going to be coming up in this celebration. But also remember, this is a day where other than just celebrating employee accomplishments, those who celebrate the day also take the chance to negotiate for the working conditions, better working conditions, better wages. And during last year's celebrations, right here on May 1st last year, right here at Uhuru Park, the government announced a 5% increment on minimum wages. And you will remember that that was not implemented until early this year, when the Labour Cabinet Secretary gazetted that 5% increment, which, by the way, the government, based on the current cost of living, inflation rates had gone up. And as at yesterday, the inflation rates in the country, Julians, had gone up to a whole one-year high of 6.6% from March. And we believe that could also be a factor, even if at all the government will announce any wage increments in today's celebrations. Also, the cost of living in the country, which many citizens and many Kenyans are complaining, is a bit higher, especially after the implementation of the Finance Act that increased the cost of fuel, the cost of mobile money transactions, the cost of ATM withdrawals. We believe that the cost of living will also be a factor that could be that could determine what the deliberations today, and if at all the government will announce any increments today. So from us, Julians, we are still waiting for the arrival of the guests, but we will be able to keep updating you on the deliberations right here. Perhaps we are expecting, if any announcement at all from the government, and any position from either the Federation of Kenya Employees or the Central Organization for Trade Unions.